Hey guys, this is Sarah's Night, and we're finally gonna get started with the last game, Mega Man X8. As far as I know, that is the last of the X series. We have not heard from them in, what was it, 12, 13 years? I think this game was made in like 2005, 2006, so more like 14, 15 years. But yeah, thankfully this one does not suck near as much as X7, even though I do not remember much about it. I've only played through it like twice. But I thought I'd at least go ahead and get the intro stage out of the way today, there's always a stage like that at the beginning of an X game, and I do not remember anything about it offhand, so let's see if there's any options I need to change here first. Dash, jump, yep, I would prefer to keep the controls that way. So yeah, if you did not know, this is like, I don't know what's the term for it, where you got, like 2D environment, but 3D like graphics, something like that. Oh, can't do easy, even though I'd like to get through this quickly, because it turns out you get like, the game kind of cuts you off after the next to the final boss, so you don't really get the whole story here. And I do remember this story had something to do with some kind of elevator to, yeah, orbital elevator, and it was called the Jacob Project. The humans building an elevator up from Earth to somewhere in space. So some Maverick's gonna take advantage of that and use it for evil, and that's pretty much our story, I think. And we also get to play as X-Zero and Axel. I don't remember if you have to choose 2 out of a team of 3, or if you can switch between all 3 anytime you want. But at least you get the option of being able to play with between 3 different characters, or among 3 different characters, if that's the grammatically correct form of that. Right off the bat, you don't have to do achieve some goal first before being able to get X on board. And the subtitle for this game is stupid, by the way. Paradise Lost. I don't know, humans are creating some kind of paradise up in space, whatever.
There has been an accident on board the number 47.
This is X. I've encountered an accident while on patrol of the orbital elevator. Dispatch rescue mechanoloids immediately.
Oh, we get Sigma right away.
Huh?
Just kind of shows up immediately, like in Mega Man X5. I think this was like some kind of stupid Sigma clone or something, though. Yeah, I know I'm kind of criticizing the game right away, but don't get me wrong, I do not remember this story being nearly as bad as it was in X7. But yeah, we got a bunch of Sigma clones.
Sigma?
To protect ourselves from damage during the accident, we had to copy.
Oh, and this
sturdy
is
Sigma.
Lumine.
We knew Generation
Kind of thought he was an
Records
interesting
enjoyed
character
complete
from what
and
little I
total
remember.
immunity to all viruses. So even copying something as dangerous as Sigma provides no risk.
Who are you?
I'm Lumine.
And I'm actually the ultimate bad guy in this game.
I'm the director in charge of the elevator and of the Jacob Project.
Kind of has that magnificent evil bastard trope going on there. Kind of like that.
Maverick readings near the Jacob facility. All hunters near Point Galapagos, please dispatch immediately.
Roger.
Point Galapagos.
Ready.
X, this new Maverick, its pattern is very unusual.
You say that
I'd
about
like to do some
practically every
research on it,
Maverick
so
when you
try to pick
first...
up plenty of samples.
Got it. Okay, Axel, let's get going. Ready when you are.
So
X.
we pick up samples of the Maverick that we're
When you
chasing
need
right now?
Axel's
Is he
help,
somehow
call him
leaving
in
them
with a character
behind?
change.
Ha,
Better watch out, X. I might just steal your spotlight.
Dude, you kind of already did, considering X did virtually nothing
You
in
two
the
be
last
careful.
game.
I'll send Zero over later to give you a hand.
Give me a hand. Let's switch. Here I come.
But, you know, since Axel is a fairly new character of the series, I'd probably like to spend a little more time with him than X. So yeah, as you can see, we're back to 2D. Even better, we can angle our shots in 8 different directions. Controls are much more fluid. I got how to do the hover in the air that Axel can do, his like little unique maneuvering capability from X and Zero. I figured out how to do that right away with no trouble.
X, Axel, I've examined the data on that Maverick. Looks like it grabs
Well,
its
you were
opponents
quite
and
quick about it,
immobilizes
unless
them.
you somehow got that data way before he came on the scene.
If you're grabbed by the enemy, call for a tag assist and help is on the way.
Oh, that's cool. And we got an angle up at his face here. We'll grab X for a minute. We're gonna need to tag team this just like in 7 anyway. Kind of makes you wonder, it's like, why didn't X and Zero play this way in every other game before 7? Like, don't go in it alone, there's no reason for that. I like how I'm just kind of coming along with the screen, whether I like it or not. Did I kill this thing? No, it looks like it ran.
Aelia, I got a sample of that Maverick for you.
I'd like to start analyzing it right away. Bring it to me as soon as you can.
Roger, I'm on my way. Axel, I'm counting on you to clean up here.
No problem, X. This'll be a snap.
Oh, that's actually a decent storyline reason for Axel suddenly going it alone. So, you know, I'll roll with that. Oh, whoops, I did not mean to do that. Thankfully, that was not a bottomless pit trap right there. Oh, she just meant how to get to the other side. Now, I was trying to duck just now, which would explain why you might have seen Axel kind of looking like he's just taking a step or two along left or right aimlessly. That was me trying to press down the directional pad thinking I could duck, like in 5 and 6. But it doesn't look like that's a thing in this game. I just didn't remember offhand whether it was or not. Don't remember what these blue triangle things that are pouring down out of every enemy once I dispatch it. I don't remember what these are for. I'm sure some kind of upgrading like screws or whatever in Mega Man 8,
Axel, pick
for
up the
instance.
pace. This is no time to slack off.
Oh,
You
Zeros
sure
came in.
wouldn't have the nerve to complain? I can more than handle a few Mavericks all by myself anyway.
That's the spirit. Let's move.
Zero's not fine with him. He's like, oh yeah, well, that's a good attitude. Well, Zero's saber combo still isn't quite as fast as it used to be, but better than 7. So why am I complaining? Okay, so this giant Maverick right here is going to stupidly show his face out of the waterfall every now and then to where I can reach it with my saber.
The attack gauge is full. You can use the double attack. It's an ultra powerful combo. Time it carefully.
Okay, how do I do that? I seriously don't know what she's talking about. She said nothing. I'll have to look that up after getting out of the stage. Oh good, he's keeping his face out of the waterfall, or he was at first. What's even better is you can actually see how Zero is recovering health while he's out of action. It was a really nice feature. At least I remember them doing that, and I could swear a second ago Zero only had like 2 pieces of life bar. Even better, if you run out of HP on one character, it doesn't count as a death. The other guy will immediately tag in, so you still have a chance. You don't have to worry about timing it or anything. I mean, I think you lose the advantage, of course, of having a partner character to be able to recover his health in the background if you don't tag out in time. But nevertheless. Okay, have Zero take care of this for enemies along the ground here. Okay, is it maybe one of the trigger buttons? Well, Axel certainly did something when I pressed on R trigger. Left trigger is what calls your partner on screen, so I don't know why I keep running into that. It's kind of dumb of me to do that. I don't know how that thing manages to get me no matter how much I slide around. Pouring out a lot more enemies than normal too. I wonder what these things are that I'm picking up. Oh, I forgot. If I just hold on to the attack button, Axel keeps a volley up. Kept thinking I had to, Oh, looks like I got him. Okay.
Piece of cake. Snagged a sample from that Maverick.
Nice work. Now take it and head back, Axel.
Okay, I'll leave the rest up to you. Give me a hand.
Now it's just Zero. Axel's taking a sample back to base, as well as X. What I do recall, there was something about enemies with certain shields, like these hammerhead guys. And there was a unique way to get rid of the shield according to each character. It's like Axel just has to keep up a volley of shots for long enough, Zero has to complete a saber combo on him, and X has to use a charge shot. I thought that was a very minor detail, but you know, it's cool.
Zero, can you hear me?
What you got, Aelia? Also, there were 2 other spotters. Just kind of call them that offhand because I was thinking of Mega Man Legends. I don't know what to call Aelia and the others in this game, but there's 2 other ladies that serve the same function that Aelia does to like help us through the stages, you know, give us information and everything. And I thought it was cool if they introduced 2 of them and it's not just Aelia now. And I do not recall what it was Aelia was saying during that time. I'm sure it was a way to get through this door, and now I don't know. So, okay. It's actually fairly long for an intro stage. I kind of like how they're just popping out of the background, and as long as I time my saber shots as they're coming in, kind of keep up a combo here and get plenty of these little blue triangle items. I guess maybe the little diamond, the red, blue, flashing diamond things, or the ones that are kind of changing between a red and blue color.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Sue.
Those might actually be for restoring the health of my partner character
Barely broke
who's
this away.
on
Come
standby
let's
currently. So
go. Your turn.
now we're back to X and Zero. X came back from delivering the sample. Okay, this is Aelia telling you about how to break the shields that I was just now talking about. I don't know how I remember that, but there's plenty of other basics about X8 that I'm not going to remember at all. Oh! It's like a box full of hidden, So with X, gotta do a charge shot. Either that, or I had to wait for that particular enemy to turn around and show his back to me. Oh, that was not a fully charged shot I was doing a minute ago, no wonder. Kind of have to wait for that sound to pick up a little bit more. And for you to see, like, kind of the beams of light come out of X, too. Interesting. Yeah, not really interested in grabbing those if it means almost certain death. Oops, and I failed to, yep, can't go back.
X, Zero, can you hear me? That Maverick signal is getting really close now. According to my analysis, the double attack should work best on this Maverick. When the attack gauge is full, use the double attack.
Okay, how do you do the double attack? You gotta help me out here. Maybe it's in options right here. Change game sig. Yeah, controls. Here we go. Double attack is RT. Okay, well I did do that with Axel a second ago. I didn't see Zero show up or anything to... Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Okay. No. No, change that back. Who's this guy? Oh, I fought him a minute ago. Oh, really does some damage to him, apparently. And if I get a fully charged shot in... Oh, well, looks like that's the only way to be able to beat him, because he has a shield up. Well, it's kind of an easy boss, really. Again, don't see what X did just now. That was going to create a double attack, so to speak. No, collecting those blue diamonds don't seem to do anything. Not in terms of restoring health, like I thought, maybe. At least you can't knock me out of the charge shot, that's good. Well, when they explode in this game, they certainly explode. Who's launching missiles at me? Oh yeah, Vile's back in this game. That was another thing. I don't think we've seen him since X3, but he's revived again.
He used to be a Class A hunter, but now he's our sworn enemy.
He's a maverick and a wanted criminal.
I'd love to stay and play, boys, but I'm afraid I have too much work to do.
Yeah, I'd love to stay and play, but even though I just now showed up just to let you know I'm here.
Lumine?
So Vile has kidnapped
That's right.
Lumine.
The orbital
for-
elevator is under our control now.
Oh yeah, well I mean I think Lumine like had a hand in creating the orbital elevator or something, so Vile and Sigma need him for, you know, purposes.
It begins now, X. A new world will be born.
I guess basically the same bad guy motivations as Gate had in X6, whatever. It's just a Mega Man game, so it works. My rank sucks.
Like a hard fight, but there was never any doubt that you'd come out on top.
Oh, and Cygnus is still here also. I don't know, I thought X was like the commander in X. It was like this big deal, or it seemed like they were gonna try to make a big deal out of it about how, you know, X has been through so much and he hates fighting that he's finally just decided, no, Zero will do this on his own now. I think it's actually worth it just to kind of leave him hanging so I can take on a more passive role and not have to fight and, you know, kill my fellow robot kind anymore. It's like, just immediately drops that. I guess maybe that, well, I would say maybe there was fan backlash about X not being playable in X7, but I mean, I don't know if there's any backstory to this. I never looked it up or anything, but I guess it would seem to me it wouldn't make sense that if it was due to that, why they just put X back in so easily. Now Cygnus is back as commander, and you know, with X back in the fighting.
They're after Lumine,
But
the director of the facility. If that's
I
the
mean,
case.
X, you know, kind of comes in halfway through X7, just depending on, you know, whether you achieve that purpose, whatever it was. I don't even remember. Something about rescuing so many Maverick hunters in the stages, something like that. Just seems like they dropped that immediately. Just there's
Then the
no
ultimate
drama I
goal
could feel
must
then
be
with
control
X
of the
being,
orbital elevator.
you know, taking on a passive role and not wanting to fight anymore.
I don't know what the deal is.
It's just another reason
Kyle
X7
kept
sucks.
talking about some new world beginning.
They must be up to something. Oh,
Aelia figured it out immediately. Oh no,
I'm
what she was
picking
saying
up a
is
Maverick
this is how they're going to introduce the Mavericks to us. Aelia's like, oh, suddenly, you know, there's our 8 Mavericks popping up all over the world and you gotta go handle all of them just like you do in every X game. Alright guys, well, let's see, let's kind of explore our options here at Maverick Base, and that
This is where you can save
is,
progress and develop chips.
what's her name? I just remember her face, not her actual name. I think it was Palette? Oh, okay, so those things I pick up are medals. And it looks like I've picked up quite a lot in that, just for that first stage. Already able to crave plenty of items like this. Only half an energy tank, but still it's better than nothing. And I guess as either the game progresses or we do some other things, more items will become available. So the really good stuff, like I guess full energy tanks slash life bottles as they're calling them here, they're not going to be available yet. But hey, I'll go ahead and take one. Oh, we can only carry so many at once, so I guess that makes sense. I mean, seems like it'd actually be pretty easy to stockpile medals just by doing a little fighting, and you know, if you could create as many as you wanted, then the game would be way too easy. Because I mean, they only cost 50 metals, and you know I could create as much as 6 right now if I wanted to, just from doing the intro stage. So yeah, they'd be way too easy to stockpile on. Retry chip, sure. Like a continue. What does retry chip do? Oh, I guess it's not a different kind of retry trip, it's just saying here's a second one you could have. And apparently it's going to cost more the more you buy them. Prickle barriers are actually fairly expensive. I could have only created one of them had I not bought anything else. And all that does is just, you know, do some damage to you, I think. Instead of immediately killing you. Doesn't seem like that big a deal to be that costly, so yeah, in a way I'm kind of glad. It doesn't look like having all these items to make are going to make the game all that easy, because some of them are actually pretty expensive yet don't seem to create that much of a function. Oh, and I was scrolling between X0 and Axel without realizing it, just through the... I was trying to press down on directional button, and it was really easy to end up pressing left or right to scroll between X0 and Axel exclusive items, and we also have a space for weapons that can be items that can be used by all. Okay, why would I ever do that? Is there so much space for creating chips total? So in case I made a bad decision, sucks that you don't get any medals back for that, though. I think they could at least maybe give you half. Oh well. Okay, is stage select the only thing? Yeah, it looks like it. The only other section of the base here is the R&D lab, and I guess we're kind of taking care of everything right there. I was wondering, I do not remember if there are any Maverick Hunters you rescue in this game. The fact that I don't see a record anywhere for them, for the ones you saved, makes me think that they took that feature out. They were in 5, 6, and 7, so it does kind of suck if they did take it out. I mean, I definitely liked the way they did it in 6. There was like as many as 16, I think, you could rescue in every single stage, and you know, some of them would just give you like a temporary health, like a just like increase your health a little bit, or they would actually have an item on hand that was really useful. I think 5, I never saw if there was really a, if there was like a pattern, any kind of rhyme or reason to all the Maverick Hunters you could rescue in those stages. There didn't even seem to be like the same amount, and there was certainly no, I don't remember there being any kind of record you could look at that keeps track of them either in X5. I think just some of them were there just kind of randomly throughout. Maybe not even all the stages, just some of them. And they would just increase your health a little if you rescued them in time. Not even sure they could have been killed. Like if there was a chance you wouldn't save them in time and an enemy would get to them or something in X5. I think it was just, you know, get over to them, touch them, and boom, you got some health back. Oh well. That is enough for just first part of this LP. We will get to the rest later. I just wanted to go ahead and quickly get this out of the way. But yes, I am looking forward to this game a lot more than I did getting to X7. I hope you'll stick around to see the rest as well. Thanks a lot, guys, for watching.